Because right now it doesn't fit perfectly onto OBS, which is slightly disheartening. But you know what? That's okay. Or doing Greenpath. We might as well have this. We'll just keep this in the background. And I'll lower the volume just ever so slightly so you can hear my voice a little bit better. But yeah, obviously I will be linking his video into the description because it's just freaking awesome. This one right here, this big platform right here, this is actually special. And the reason why is because you can jump from here to there using a fireball. Now, it's kind of hard to do and, you know, it takes practice. I can't do it on my first try, I don't think I did. And I still have to practice doing it myself. But this one right here, this is a very nice platform because it also allows you to look down and you have a safe spot right there, or you have a safe spot right here. So I think this is a good platform. I'm going to give this one a 9. I like this platform. Now then, this one right here is actually unique. And the main reason is because this is a floating platform. It's not connected into the acid and does not actually go into the ground, unlike something like this one, which has not only multiple walkable surfaces, but it kind of connects into the ground. This one is its own individual floating thing. And so because of that, I think it's pretty cool. I want to give this one 6.5, just because it's unique. We actually will be finding quite a bit of these types of platforms in this area because this area is weird. I'll just say that. We have the most amount of long boy platforms. Like this one right here. Yada 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 yada. This is a very, very long platform. And it's floating. So it counts. Only one walkable surface, not connected to any walls or floors or any other ledges or walkable surfaces. This counts. There's a lot of these kinds in Greenpath. That's what's going to make this place both really strange, but also kind of cool. This one, though, is our real long boy. This one, I think, is going to get a good 6.5. Just for the sheer size of it. Comes in. This platform is both really good and really bad. In case you don't know your, speedrunning tech, in this area right here, there is a fireball. And then you shoot fireballs in the opposite direction, you can land over here. However, it's very hard. And this one specifically is hard for me because I constantly bonk my head right here. So this one, speedrunners love. However, for ye average person, it's just kind of there. So I think a very just, ranking of this platform is an 8.5. I think that is fair. This platform, this platform right here, you're gonna see a lot of these kinds. Theoretically, yes, it's a floating platform. If you remove the acid. And because the acid is there, it is not going to be categorized as an individual, floating platform. It's floating in the acid, yes, but we're not going to count it because of the fact that, you can't go around it. A lot of these platforms are going to be a little bit up for debate, especially ones like these ones. But I think this one is fair because, it's not floating out in the air. So some of these are going to be up for debate. If you disagree, well, I'm sorry. If you have a better ruling set, please let me know so I can see and try to adapt. But we're not going to be ranking this one. So we're going to move along forward. This one will get a 5. This one will get a 5. But this one, this is probably one of the first, boss platforms. There is a Vengefly King up here, who's currently consuming Zote. 9. Actually, I'm going to give it a 9.5 because it's also one of the first, boss platforms in the entire game. You don't realize it, but it's important. I think a 9.5. It's definitely not the perfect platform, but it's a good platform. If you really want a proper rating for this semi-floating platform, I'm going to give it a T out of 10. Because it's temporary. However, platforms like this, they are eternal. And this platform also gets a 5. Pure average, just because it's only needed to get out of here. That's it. In the Lake of Un, she will give you the shape of Un, which allows you to transform into a snail while healing, which allows you to move around slightly. Pretty good, especially for beginner charms. That is very, very nice. It lowers your hitbox. You get to survive longer, a little bit more. Really good. I think it's also really well used against the Mantis Lords because you can low profile their attacks. Now then, the one platform in this area is actually this one. This is the only platform in the entirety of the Lake of Un. But because it's so special, right? Technically, this one we're not going to count either, because it is technically attached to the wall, but it's a breakable wall. So maybe this one will get a... This will get an M out of 10, so for maybe. And this one, this is a cool platform. A lot of people will forget about this platform, but it's a nice platform. This one's going to get an 8.5. I wanted to give it a 9, but I thought there's really nothing really going for it, so I think a 9 would be too high. But that is the only platform in this entire portion. So back to the main area. Oh boy. All 4 of these, theoretically, platforms, I actually do like them. I might give them 7 out of 10. For this guy, that guy, as well as this entirety of this platform. So the ones with spikes, maybe platforms? Maybe not. I'm leaning towards not, but you know. This one, it's all alone. It's actually not even that important. And you know what they say? 1 is the loneliest number. I actually don't know anyone who's ever said that. But its sole purpose is so that you can crystal dash. So this lonesome one as well. Again, it's not that great. However, it's a little bit better than the one we just saw. So maybe I'll give this one a 2. I think that's completely fair. Oops. That's what I meant to do. Okay, so here's also one of them that we kind of discussed about earlier. This platform right here is an individualized floating platform. However, you know, you can't really go beneath it. So, yeah. I don't know why I can go beneath here, now that I think about it. That's a little strange. But technically it is floating, but the acid does overlap it. And I feel like that in of itself is good enough reason to say no. So as you can see, I do have all of the hitboxes and hurtboxes shown. So you can see, oh, floating platform. This is a respawn point. And you can see this guy over here. The acid down here is in red. You can kind of go around it. This one, right? If I go back to the drawing board, right? If I were to look at it, this one would be the longest one. However, not quite. Because it's not a floating platform with only one walkable ledge. So we have this one over here. And we have this one over here. I believe both of them are the same size. But one of them is a good platform. The other one is not a good platform. Allow me to show you. This one right here. This is the one towards the right. This is a good platform. If I look at it, it's nice and straight. It's a good platform. Technically, it's attached to another entire platform. But it's one continuous walkable surface. This is a good platform. It's also, I'm pretty sure, to be the longest platform in the game. I think it's going to get a 9. I think it's worthy of it. While the other ones, yeah, there's really not much going about them. They just get a 5. It's literally just like, they're just there, essentially. However, the other platform that has contender to be the longest platform, there is an issue with it. And I don't know if you can spot it. Take a look at this platform. Right? Take a look at this platform. What about it makes it so wrong? Can you tell what about this platform is wrong? Or what about this platform is not good? Because I don't blame you at all if you can't tell. Just like the other platform, it's very long, technically attached to two surfaces. You can traverse underneath it and above it. It's everything a floating platform should be. Except for this little bit right here. If you... Here, let me zoom in. How do I zoom in? Visuals. I'm gonna zoom in. Page up. Should be this one. I'm zooming in a lot. But take a look right here. Right there, right there, right there. Oh, of course that's going. There's that little dot of a speck right here. Do you see that? That's a platform. Allow me to show you. Right? This little speck right there, that technically counts as a platform. But you will never, ever see this unless you somehow manage to get here, like, intentionally. I found this out by... What's its purpose? Why is it here? Why is this something I can stand on? So, here's what I'm going to do. This entire platform right here, I don't know if I'm supposed to rate it or not. Because technically, this platform is inside of this platform. What do I do? I'm confused. And obviously, you might say, oh, that's a 10 out of 10 right there. This big platform, you know, it can be cool. What the heck? What? How did I get pushed off? Wait, hold on, what? Yeah, I fell into the water. Oh, I'm moving! I'm moving! Wait! Wait! That's not a platform. That's a slope. Wait, I have made discoveries. Like, straight up. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Right here. It's extremely hard to see, but can you tell that I'm moving tiny, tiny pixels amount? That's so strange. More. I need more. Like, take a look. I'm moving, like, literal less than pixels. I am moving nanometers. Oh, that's so strange. Wait, that means that technically does not count as a floating platform. That's a slope. Huh. You know what? I have an idea then. Here is what I'll do. On this... I'm in black. I want this color. This whole big platform, I'll give it an 8. This thing right here, I'm gonna give it an S out of 10. Because technically, it's a slope for an S, but also no one's ever going to see this. Naturally. So I'm gonna give it an S out of 10. I think that is very much fair. Alright, so I'm just using no clip. Let's head on over. Alright, we'll enter. And this is the arena for no eyes. There are quite a bit of platforms in here. I'm just kind of flying around, but you can kind of take a note. There is a lot. There's none in this room, thankfully. There is a ledge up here, though, which I fail to understand why. But we have a lot of platforms. Obviously, this entire little area, there are none. The main arena, there's a lot. And just to get to the main arena, we have another 2. 5. They're okay. And I think that just about does it for No Eyes. So let's go back to good music. it's not silence and creepy. There is only one platform left in this area. And let me tell you, this platform is our first 10 out of 10 platform. I'm going to bet, like I would be willing to bet money on this, that less than 5% of everyone who's ever played Hollow Knight has seen this platform. I am willing to bet money on this. This room does not look like that. This room, looks like this. Well, that's because you need to have every single enemy registered in your journal, Hunter's Journal, to get access to the remainder parts of this entire room. So as you can see, I've already done this, but there's a giant hole that appears, and this is where, this is where the hunter usually is. You'll drop down here, and yeah, here he is. But once you make it down here, there is one platform right here. This is the only platform in this room, and I'm willing to bet money that less than 5% of every single Hollow Knight player has ever seen this platform ever. This is a momentous occasion. This platform right here, our first true 10 out of 10 platform in the entire game. There aren't many. I think there's less than 6 in the entire game for me. But I would truly rank this one as a 10 out of 10 platform. But anyways, I've been Facade, and I will continue to rank all the platforms in the game. If I missed one, let me know. Or if you disagree with one of the rankings, also let me know so that we can, reach some kind of common ground. Anyways, I've been Facade. I hope you have a good rest of your day or your night. This was, I believe, all 193 platforms in Greenpath.